to my doctor about that. I'm still gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, it's different. It's a different look. So this is me without makeup. So I was saying earlier, let me just finish how I'm nervous. I'm nervous, everyone. This is a totally new kind of tutorial for me. And one of the things I was excited to do with the Patreon is do some of these hair and makeup tutorials and things that weren't necessarily sewing. I'm calling this more like lifestyle category. So, you know, obviously sewing is going to be the bulk of what we do on Patreon and elsewhere. But this is fun because this is all part of the look, right? So if you want, and like I said when we did the hair tutorial, like you don't have to do any of this, but if you're interested and you want to learn a little bit more, I can show you how I do mine. So I feel, oh, Amy's here. Hi, Amy. So I feel like I'm pretty low maintenance when it comes to like grooming and makeup. Like I used to do a lot of stuff like wax my eyebrows and my upper lip and all that stuff. And now I just kind of like, I hate having to do things that require a lot of like appointments and like constant upkeep. So I try to keep my routine down. So that's pretty simple. I think, you know, the one thing I've been experimenting more, as you guys know, is with eyeshadow, but everything else I feel like I keep pretty simple. So what am I wearing today? I'm just wearing a little robe. So you guys are Drag Race fans. I was thinking this morning about Roxy Andrews on Drag Race because she had that little nightie that she would wear while she would put on her makeup. So it was like her little makeup nightie. So this is my makeup nightie. I always do my makeup like in my pajamas. I don't put my dress on. So because I don't like to get any falling powder or anything like that on my dress. All right, you got a home wax kit and put it off just as much as you did the appointments. Oh my gosh, guys, I had to, one little side note is that I just ordered all this stuff to do my own fill on my nails. So, which was actually really expensive because I ended up getting like a drill. I got an LED lamp so I could do gel on top of the acrylics. And then I had to order like a million nail polishes, of course. So I'm going to give it a try. That could be a fun thing to talk about too, is like home manis. All right, Everett, you just shave your, I'm going to talk about that too. Okay, so should we get started? What I'm going to show you today is like a very sort of basic pinup, let's call it a pinup look, right? So red lips. You don't wear makeup or so, you're just here for Gertie. Oh, Shawnetta, you're so cute. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so let me keep my train of thought. So pretty basic pinup, you know, the red lips, rosy cheeks, like a sort of nice, even complexion. I don't believe in like changing the color of your complexion for pinup. I've worked with people who like try to do the sort of like Dita or, you know, very pale thing on me and like use a shade lighter of foundation. And I just don't think it looks good. So, I mean, my advice would be like not try to change the color of your complexion. Like go with, you know, we've been talking a lot about undertones and stuff like that. Go with something that matches your complexion for all of this. That's just my 2 cents. And everything you're going to see me do is going to be obviously tailored to my complexion. So keep that in mind that this none of this is going to work for you. No, I'm just kidding. Some of this may not work for you. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, we're just having fun, right? No pressure. All right. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. Okay. So to start with, obviously you want a clean face. So when I wake up in the morning, we can talk a little bit about skincare too. I don't want to get like too sidetracked by that. Because I could talk about like my skincare history and woes for many an hour. So I'll just say that when I get up in the morning, I don't like wash my face. I don't use any like soap. I just use water. So like splash. If you have any like gunk around your eyes or anything, you can just use like a washcloth, like a warm washcloth to like wipe your eyes. And then some moisturizer. So that's all I do. But what I've been using for moisturizer lately, and I don't know if Missy is going to, hi, Michael. I don't know if Missy's going to join us today. She's been coming in for some of the Patreon chats, but I do want to credit her because she has taught me so much about hair and makeup. And if you haven't heard me talk about her before, she does my hair and makeup for the Charm Patterns photo shoot. So she's amazing. If you want to follow her on Instagram, she's Hairstyling by Melissa. So shout out to Missy. So I was just thinking of her because this is one of the first, a lot of the products were recommended by her. So as my moisturizer, when I'm doing a full face of makeup, I use this Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this at all. Ooh, Jet Lag Mask. So it's sold as I never heard of it until Missy used it on me, but apparently it's very popular. So apparently it says it's a mask, but people use it for all sorts of different things, including just a moisturizer and as a primer. Okay, so this is apparently a great makeup primer. So I put that on first and I kind of let it double as a primer and a moisturizer. So I've already done that. And you can see I have a completely bare face. My sort of problem areas are my chin. I break out there. If I break out now, I break out on my chin. So what you see there is like the remainder of a huge zit that I got during, of course, it was like at its worst during the photo and video shoots for last month. And I don't know, the show goes on. I was just like, well, I'm just going to put on a bunch of concealer. So we can talk a bit about concealer and stuff like that, but I'm probably not going to use any today. So I found that if I use something with a little bit of coverage for my base, I don't really need any concealer, but we can talk about it. Carrie, your skin is really dry, so you might want a little bit more moisture. I like this CeraVe. This is the PM lotion, but you can use it any time of day. It just doesn't have SPF in it. That's why it is a PM. But what I'm going to use for my foundation today, that's a Dita Von Teese base over there, and then there's a vintage one over there. So what I'm going to use for my foundation or base today is this IT Cosmetics CC Cream Oil-Free Matte. So they make these like CC creams, I guess is what they're called. They're supposed to be like lighter than foundation, but these are pretty full coverage. So this is, okay, so it has, it says poreless finish, full coverage cream, anti-aging, hydrating serum with SPF 40. So there's a lot going on in here, which I really like. I get the oil-free one because, as I mentioned, I am prone to breaking out. So when the other kind that is not oil-free makes my skin look amazing, but it also gives me these little white heads that don't go away for months. So had to give up on that one. Okay, so I just do like, you thought this was supposed to be over? Girl, I am 40 and I still get zits. And so yeah, it's like that stage of the zits and wrinkles stage of life. Okay, so just a little, just a couple little, I'm going to get on with this, guys. I don't use a brush for this. I just use my hands. Like I said, I tend to be pretty low maintenance. I don't like to have a ton of tools or products. But yeah, just do a light layer all over with your hand, with your fingertips. So yeah, I really like how this evens out my skin, and it just gives me a nice base. So this stuff I would wear like every day. But I did want to say, yes, thank you, Michael. So for shooting days, I would not use this. What I would use is an actual foundation. So this is my favorite, also introduced to me by Missy. Smashbot. Oh, guys, so I'm going to give you a list of products too. So I will update the description on Patreon afterwards so that you get all of these products and the links. Okay, so Smashbox Studio Skin 24-hour wear hydrating foundation. The color I wear is like 1.15, skin tone fair light, undertone warm peach. So to buy these, they have a huge range of colors. I would recommend you go into Ulta or Sephora to get a color match, or wherever they sell this near you. It's really helpful to have a second. I just like someone to tell me what colors to buy when it comes to foundation and concealer, honestly. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to match yourself. All right. Yeah, this is nice coverage for a CC cream, definitely. So, I mean, I personally feel like I'm happy with that. I'm not going to do a lot of, I'm getting a little flaking on my forehead today, guys. So I guess I'm just a little dry today, but ignore that. So if I wanted to do some extra coverage, if I shoot, I do use concealer, and I like to have two colors of concealer, one that like matches my skin tone. And this is L'Oreal True Match in fair light N1, neutral 1. Maybe I am a neutral. Yeah, you guys have been really helpful, by the way, with your input about my skin tone and my season. And then the one I use for my under eye, I go a little lighter because that skin is a little lighter under your eyes. This is Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-hour concealer, fair light warm peach, so it matches the foundation. All right. So the next thing that I do, I never understand really the order of that cosmetics are supposed to go in. So I just do my own thing kind of. I like to do my blush next and then put my powder on top to like set the blush and the base. So I love a bold blush. Can you guys, I don't know. I'm going to hold, I should hold things here, right? Because if I try to hold them to the camera, it does not help, does it? A bold blush. This is NARS Desire. I feel like with blush, if I don't like the color in the pan, I'm not going to like it on my face. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be like a pretty, bright, poppy pink. But that's just me. So a little swirl. I do a little smile. A little bit like that. A little more. So I usually do my makeup in my bathroom, guys, and the light actually isn't that great. And now I'm seeing it in this mirror with so much light on it. And I'm like, oh my God. So this could be interesting. All right. So just a little blush. I feel like it's coming off a little paler on the screen. So yeah, I don't know. That's the nature of makeup. All right. Setting powder. Next, I love this powder that I found in Ulta. Sometimes I just go into Ulta or Sephora and I'm like, I need a new powder. What do you guys recommend? And like, I love talking to employees at makeup stores because they just like, they almost always are like, this one, you know, like there's no like, well, you could try this or that. They're like always very opinionated. So I found some great new products that way. Okay, so it does have a weird little, you're supposed to like powder it on with this, but it's very flat and hard. So it's not a good shape. So I just like shake it. Get a lot of product in the bottom there, and I'll do, so this is an IT Cosmetics brush. 4 steps for cheeks. IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection number 7. It has an all over side and a conceal side. So I'll show you how I use this. I'll just put like a dusting of powder over my whole face. This is to set the base and the blush. And the next thing I'm going to show you is very advanced. Okay, I learned it from Missy, and it's called baking. They do make awesome brushes. All right, so baking, I don't know why it's called that. Guys, she tried to explain it to me, but so what you do is I use the conceal end of the brush and I just like scoop up a bunch of powder. And you're going to put it under your eyes. And the point here is to like really build up some powder, and you're going to brush it off later. And for me, this kind of works to like conceal and highlight. And anytime I do this, it just makes me look great on camera. So I don't know what kind of sorcery this is, but it really works for me. So you should be able to see like a real buildup of powder under your eyes, okay? And you can probably already see on the screen how it's like reflecting light. Oh, what was my blush brush? Good question, Maren. Let me tell you in just a second. I'm going to get a little more buildup here. So just on that like bone, yeah, now you can see it a little bit better, right? It's interesting how if you go closer to the camera, you can actually see less. Fascinating. All right, so hopefully you can see now how I really have like white under my eyes. And now I'm just gonna like leave that. And it kind of just like sets into your face. And then one of the last things I'll do is just like brush it off with this end of the brush. My blush brush. So this is a fancy one from Sephora, but I don't feel like you really need a fancy blush brush. For Face One by Patrick Ta. The other thing I do to find products sometimes is I'll just go onto Sephora, search what category of thing I'm looking for, like blush brush, and then sort by best selling or best reviewed or whatever. And I found some great products that way too. So this is nice, but the one I used to use was by Real Techniques from Ulta. So they make really good brushes too, and they're on the lower price point. Okay. Baking originated with drag queens. Yeah, drag queens have all the best makeup tips. So I think one of the things I would really like to learn to do next is like drag eyeshadow, like the cut crease and all that, but that's a whole other level. All right, so what do I do next? Next, I think I do eyebrows. So I really like this Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in chocolate. This is my favorite. And I feel like anytime other people have done my makeup, they use a lighter color on my brows, but I think I prefer a little bit darker. So this is the chocolate color, but people have also used the like medium brown on me as well. So give it a try a couple different things. I did want to say about brows. For a vintage brow, like I think less is more when it comes to grooming your brows and plucking and tweezing and waxing and all that stuff. I don't wax at all. I try to maintain like my natural brow shape as much as possible. This is the golden child of my brows. You know how they say that brows are sisters, not twins? That is for real the truth. This, look how beautiful. That's my angel brow, my angel baby. And then look at this sad little brow. It's all scraggly. It like grows down. It's a real problem child. Okay, so I hate doing this brow. I wish both my brows. Look, why can't you both be like this one? Why can't you be more like your sister? All right, brow pencil. So, oh, and the other thing I wanted to say, okay, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. So someone said shaving their face, and I literally use this little razor on my brows because I just have some, have you guys seen these these razors? They used to sell them in this pharmacy I went to in Queens when I lived there, and they were called Tinkle razors, which always made me laugh. And they were on a little display on the counter, like of Tinkle. So that's very funny, but this one I got is actually by Schick, or the razor company. So I just do like a little, just guys, don't go into like the darkest part of your brow or like the heaviest part of your brow. Just clean up the hairs down here. All right. You don't have to do anything up here. I don't do anything in the middle. I just leave it. Okay. So and I don't recommend shaving anywhere else on your face. I have a little hair on my lip. I just let it go. I have had makeup artists like tweeze it before a shoot, but I'm like, oh no, I can see it. And then they're like, let me just pluck this little thing. I'm like, so I don't really worry about it. All right, guys. So I'm going to do my brows next. So I just use these like little short strokes. That's what they tell you to do, is just kind of like draw in. One thing I try to avoid is doing too much of like a hard horizontal or vertical line here. So, because I don't like it to look too like I don't like my brow to look too strong right here. I like to kind of gradiate out, because otherwise I think you look a little too like Groucho Marx, but that's just me. So I will do like a couple little short things there. Yeah, see, I like that. And I always tell makeup artists that that's a preference of mine too. So because otherwise you can end up with a real heavy line there. So I've told people before, if it's the first time, if I go to do something that, you know, with a totally new makeup artist, I just say like, listen, I have a preference for not having a strong brow at center front. And that's just me. Okay. And then I'll do, so I think of my brow as like two parts, like up and then down. So I'll do the downward angle, and then I'll kind of try to work on the arch. I don't do like too much of a dramatic arch, but I like to work with the arch I already have, or that my angel child has. And then I like to do a long tail. So just, you can go out a little bit like that even. I like that. What do you guys think? So same thing on the Devil Baby. It's a little bit harder on the Devil Baby because it doesn't like to. This is what I call my my fur children too, by the way. Hattie is Devil Baby, and Henry is Angel Baby, for obvious reasons. They complement each other very well. I'm like holding my breath, guys. So what do we think? And then, yeah, just a little at the center. Soft. Like I use my pencil a little bit softer here. Okay. And then to like soften, she is not. I'm sorry, Maren, but she is a Devil Baby. So to soften the line, you can use the other end of the brush, which is like a brow thingy. It's a brow thingy. So that will like soften the color a little bit so it's not too hard. I don't know what that is. What do we think? Spoolie, thank you, Lisa. It's a spoolie. I'm happy. How's everyone doing? I'm going to take a drink of water. No Coke Zero yet. I got to lift. I still have my right arm injury. We don't know why. I had no idea there was another end of my brow brush. So other types of brow products that you can use are the powder, right? Anastasia sells a little brow powder, which is really nice. It comes in two colors that you can kind of mix with the end of an angled brush, and that's nice. Sometimes I'll do that next. Like if I feel like this got a little harsh, I'll do that. The other product is that Anastasia makes is the Dip Brow Pomade, as I say it because I'm fancy. Amy, don't you use the Dip Brow? I don't know. I feel like I remember you saying you do. I've actually never tried it. You do? Amy uses it and her brows always look amazing. Okay. Anicia uses the pomade. How was your birthday, Anicia? Hope you had a good time. Amy does always look amazing. All right, guys. So, excuse me. So next is eyeshadow. This is my favorite part. I feel like this is where we get to be a little creative. Filling up my Sephora card. Yeah, VIB Rouge. I am definitely a member. I never know what to use all my points on though. So today, by request, I'm going to show just like a simple, like 2 or 3 tone. So I'll say 2-tone with a highlight eyeshadow look. Very simple. It was fun. You made pumpkin pies. Oh, good. That does sound like a good birthday. Okay. So I really like this Tartelette Toasted palette. It is all warm colors, browns and bronzes, and they have names like Cashmere, S'more, Crackle, Fireside, Simmer. And they smell like vanilla. So I really like the Tarte eyeshadows. Lots of fun stuff. I would say, you know, if you're not sure what colors to use, like neutrals like this are great. And I would experiment with whether you think you look better in warm tones or cooler tones. I just don't like how I look in cool eyeshadow shades. So like taupes and grays, does nothing for me. So by working with Missy is actually how I discovered that warms really work for me, like warm browns. Okay. So, you need some good brushes. I really like these Huda or how do we say it? Huda brushes. I have 2. One is called Build and Blend, and the other is called Smoke and Smudge. So I feel like between those 2 plus a blending brush, oh my gosh, this MAC 217 brush, I love it so much. I'm not very good at blending my makeup, and this just does it for me. I guess that's the point, to have a tool that does it for you. Oh, I also want to say shout out to this woman at MAC in the Grand Central Station store who like basically taught me how to do eyeshadow. Because I went in one day, this was like many moons ago, and I just said, listen, I don't really understand eyeshadow or how to do it. Can you just like help me, like set me up with some basic colors and just do a quick little look for me? And what she told me, I'm going to pass on her wisdom, was that so doing eyeshadow is like, it's like building a sunset, okay? You want to start with a light color, then put a medium color on top and a darker color at the base, at the bottom of your lid, and then just blend. So it's like a sunset. And that has just like, that approach has served me very well. So I'm starting to get, as you guys have noticed, I'm starting to get a little fancy with like shimmer and sparkle and highlights and all that kind of stuff. But if you just want a basic look, I would say do like a three color sunset look. All right. So you'll want one. Okay. So just use like sort of one of these basic brushes. Sorry. See, I don't know any of the terms of this. Use an eyeshadow brush, all right? And use a light color. So I'm going to use one of the sort of like ivory-ish colors over here. I'll start with some more and put that all over my eye lid. I also don't know the eyelid terms. This is the brow bone, obviously, and this is where I really like to have a light little highlight right here. So you shouldn't really be seeing much at this point, but it's evening out my lid and giving me a little highlight up there. Oh God, my contact. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. All right. You pick makeup based on the names. All right, and now I'm going to use the bigger end of this Build and Blend brush to like scoop out a medium tone. I love this warmth color. It's like an orangey brown. All right, wait for it, guys. And then I put that on my lid, and then I just kind of blend it out here like this. So there's like a hollow, right, in this part of your eye. I don't know guys, I'm not a doctor, obviously. I don't know any of the terms for this stuff, but it's like there's like a little ridge right here where your brush will rest. At least there is on my eye. The only other person I've done eye makeup on is Melisha, and she has it too. So, crease. It's like, it's not exactly the crease. It's like above the crease, like right here. There's like a little hollow in the bone right there. Outer crease. Stunning already. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this color is weird on its own, but once we start to blend it with our third color, it's really, really pretty. So just get a nice wash of color. Fun. Orbital bone. I like that. Socket. I love it. All right. So now I'm going to use another sort of medium tip. I'm going to get this Crackles shade going. It's a little sparkly and it's a dark brown. And this, if someone else knows, and this I just use like in the crease. So just kind of like little windshield wipers, back and forth, back and forth. Do that. Both eyes. And then I also like to put a little on the outer corner of the lid. So like down here. So let me do that again on this side so you can see. I look straight up crazy in this mirror. I hope this is reading better for you guys. I never want an LED light this close to my face again. Have I tried Tammy Tanuka eyeshadows from Etsy? Oh, fun. I love a recommendation for eyeshadow. I'll check it out. I have not tried them. Okay, and then once you're kind of happy with your sunset, use your 217 MAC blending brush to just kind of scrub it. Get a little, just a little circular. Circular little scrubby motions. How's that? All right, so if you're feeling like you want a more dramatic look, just use more dark. And you can use it more all over the lid and have a little fun with it. So there is actually, I realized, a fourth thing I do with my eyeshadow, but I do it after I put my lashes on, which is to do a little of the dark brown on my lower. Actually, why don't we do it now so I don't forget? So this will be using the littlest brush, and you can use an eyeliner brush for this too. And I'm not going to use the sparkle here. I'm going to use the matte dark brown. I'm selling you on eyeshadow, Amy. Gosh, so fun. I love eyeshadow. All right, so just along the lower lash line, just a little soft. I don't go all the way to the inner corner. Sorry. I'm like, I got to remember to play to my audience here. All right, so that will just kind of highlight, that will define under your eyes. All right, so I'm feeling good with this as a sort of, you know, neutral, subtle, somewhat subtle eyeshadow look. Got to stretch. Was it the same dark as above? No, it was the matte dark brown. I didn't use sparkles under my eyes. Okay, so if you wanted to get a little fancy, you could use a little of the shimmer under your eye. All right, everyone, are you ready for eyeliner? I know this, you guys are super excited about this part. Okay. Cat eyes. My very favorite eyeliner is NYX Epic Ink liner. It's a felt tip. It's very similar. If you got hooked on Kat Von D's tattoo liner, and then decided to stop using her cosmetics for various reasons, which I did. This is very similar and about $11 cheaper. So, and you can get it on Amazon Prime. So not a lot to complain about with this eyeliner. So it's a black felt tip. And so the way I put on my eyeliner is I have to like hold each end, like the corner and the outer edge. I don't stretch it, but I do need to like hold it in place. So I've heard people say like, don't do that, but I don't know. It's either that or not wear eyeliner. So, all right. So I just kind of hold it and then I start at the inner corner and then I gradually make the line bigger as I go out, and you can go from the other end too. And for now, I'm just doing a lot. Oh my gosh, this is so hard to do on camera, guys. A whole new respect for beauty vloggers right now. Okay, so I'm just like lining, I'm just drawing a straight line across the lid to the outer edge. So that's like step one, okay? Can you see it? Can you see it? And then pulling is bad, but you can hold it in place. Okay. And then part two is to draw the flick out. Okay. So I start at the corner of my eye and then I draw in an angle directly towards the, I angle it aiming for the outer edge of my eyebrow. So just a flick up like that. Okay. So that's like step two. And then I connect the two lines. So connect the line on your lid to the flick. And then you might need to fill in some around here. Okay, and so the third, am I on step three now? I don't remember. The next thing I like to do is just like connect it all. So hold down your lid again and just kind of connect them in top, connect them across the top. And then you can make it a little more dramatic if you want. All right. How's that? Can you see it? Can you see it? All right. All right. I'm going to do the other side now. So again, just draw a line across the lid. You can make it a little thicker as you go to the outside. And now we do part two, which is to do our flick. And then part three would be to connect them all. And then also going to do a little more connecting on the top here. What do we think? I feel good. I like it. Lots of good tips from you guys too. Okay, get a Q-tip. Yeah, Q-tips are great for this. You guys are funny. All right. Yeah, you can clean it up. You can add more. That's what I usually end up doing. I'm like, just a subtle cat eye today. And I'm like, actually, go big or go home. All right, so you can also come back in. I want to come a little more into the corner. Yeah. All right, I feel happy. You're impressed I did that so well on camera. Thank you. If you guys have tips for me after this on ways I could set it up better, please do let me know. Because like I said, this is my first rodeo doing this sort of thing. So hopefully you can see everything I'm doing. Preen break? Preen well primping? Oh, ponytail? All right. Am I looking more like Gertie yet? I feel like you've said this before, but you missed it. How am I doing my hair these days? I did this in pillow rollers, so just overnight. And I do have a tutorial on Patreon that you can access. My live my live preen about my hair. And this is just a center part with a comb on each side. So I'm thinking next week, actually, guys, I'm going to do a live this hairstyle. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, everyone. So are we feeling good about eyeliner? Next, I do a little mascara. Okay, guys, I have to tell you next is that my natural eyelashes are like useless. I don't even understand why they're there. Like they are so short, so straight, so sparse. And so like mascara is just like, it's pretty much like, why bother? I would have to build up so many coats of it to get the look I want that it's just not worth it. So that's why I do false eyelashes pretty much every time I'm on camera. And sometimes every day. But you'll probably have a little bit of eyeshadow and powder and stuff build up on your lashes now. So I like to do I like to curl and then give one quick coat of mascara just to like help blend it with the falsies. So I do a little curl. Missy has told me that I'm very good at sitting and having my eyelashes curled. All right. That's a hidden talent of mine. I sit very still. We do a little curl. Oh, here's my mascara. So again, another Missy tip is to just use this Great Lash by Maybelline. The legend, the icon, Great Lash. And I just do one little coat. I'm not really trying to do anything other than blend this with the lashes. So as I said, useless, my eyelashes. All right. Hi, Cassie. You just woke up. Well, you can always go back. There's still a lot more we're going to do right now. We're doing lashes now, so that's huge. Okay. So let's talk about false lashes. I really like Ardell Demi Wispies. And again, credit to Missy. I do like a custom double layer of lashes. So if you want to see how she does this, and this is how I learned to do it, there is a highlight in my stories on Instagram under photo shoots. So you can go there and see her demonstrate how to do this. But really you take two right lashes, chop one in half, and put the outer, and you basically double up the outer edge. Okay, so it's like a double layer. And then you can keep using these for a long time. I've been using this same pair of lashes since I've been home on quarantine. So that's 2 weeks now. So at the end of the day, just gently pull them off and then just pull off any glue that remains on them. And then you use them the next day. I've heard places tell you to wash them before, but when I do that, I get, I don't know, the texture of the lash changes and looks weird to me. I use this Duo dark tone strip lash adhesive. Amy has a better recommendation. When she saw me putting lashes on Melisha when she came to see us a couple weeks ago, she was like horrified with my use of this product. She has a better one. 2 weeks, good job. Yeah, you gotta be economical with your lashes. They aren't cheap, though. I do order them in bulk on eBay, so you can get like a case of these things, and they'll last you a good decade of quarantine. Oh God, don't say that. Okay, so next I just use the Panic Pot lashes. I have like drawers full of lashes in my second bedroom, so I am good on lashes. Okay, so you're just going to squeeze out a little bubble on top of the tube, and then I just kind of run it over the lash. You don't want to get too much on it. And then you let it dry. Poison Girls, Amy, she loves the Duo Quick Set Glue. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get more of that. I don't know if Ulta is still shipping, but I'm gonna try that. And I also need more setting powder. I'm a little nervous about that, though I do have a backup that's a brand that I don't like as much. So I'm good. Okay, so you just let this dry for a little while. Just hang out. And then after lashes, really the only things left to do are lips and brush off the powder. I believe this isn't this latex free? I don't know, guys. Doesn't say on the thing. I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of good recommendations online for that sort of thing. Where did I get my robe? This is by L'Agent. I don't think they exist anymore, but they were like the budget brand of Agent Provocateur. Okay, so I think that's enough. The other thing you can do is kind of go like that to kind of curve the lash a little bit more. All right, and the way I apply my lash is I hold it again, and then I just go blink, and I press down the inner side. And now the big thing is like getting the angle of the lash correct. I need to like go like that, it's like a little bonnet on your eye. You want it to be back. You don't, the way you get a wonky lash is by having it look down too much. You know what I mean? It needs to like tip back so your eyes look like, oh, so innocent, so demure, so wide-eyed. Yeah, so just kind of like keep kind of pressing it back a little bit. And then you can also like check that it's like secure. And then that's pretty much it. How's that look? I feel like it's good. I'm happy. So innocent. So demure. What do you do with new lashes and cutting them to shape? The thing I like about the Demi Wispies is I don't actually have to cut them down at all. They're a pretty short length, so they don't like stab you in the inner corner or anything, which is nice. So I do save the ones the pair that I cut because you can, you know, build some more custom lashes with those. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do our other side. Where's my glue lid? All right, how are we feeling? How does it look? I can't really tell because I can't look directly. Good. Any questions? I'm just waving this in the air a little. I made that look so easy. Some days are easier than others. So I gotta tell you, sometimes they just pop on. Sometimes you gotta redo them. Looks fabulous. All right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna do the other one. So I pop it on at the middle and then I kind of like secure both ends, if that makes any sense. And then I do the little sunbonnet. Just tilt it back. Tilt it back. Oh. Yes. Oops. Wait, we went wonky. Yeah, see, some days it's easier than others. There we go. There we go. What do we think? Looks good? Feeling fabulous? Feeling glamorous? Yeah, there we go. I feel good. Okay. So that's how I do mine. Yes, some people have the little grippy lash thing. Some people use tweezers to put them on. This is just the way I find it to be easiest. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remember that baking powder that I put under my eye. I'm just going to brush off any excess here. And then at this point, if you've gotten a little shine, All right, so that's pretty much the whole face. Lips. It's time for lips. Oh, one thing I did want to say is that if you have glue showing or your lash line is showing, you can go put another layer of your eyeliner on top of the lash line, okay, just to conceal it after you put it on. Okay, so that's that. Lips, guys, you guys have been asking me like every day what color lipstick I'm wearing, and it's usually this one, Dose of Colors, Kiss of Fire. I am obsessed with this lipstick. It's a liquid lipstick. It's matte, so I'm just gonna wipe off any excess here, and then I start in the middle. Lower lip. Ooh, avant-garde. And now on the upper lip, I do like the Cupid little shape first. So you can do like an X. Do this side and then that side. Like that. And then, oh, fabulous. And then you're going to draw around the outer edge of the upper lip. Like so. Got some of my teeth. All right, this red is seriously amazing, Amy. You need to get this. This is the one that I was telling you guys looks very pink in certain lights. It kind of looks orange on my screen right now. Okay. You can go like clean up your line a little bit. The biggest problem I have with these applicators is just getting a crazy wonky line, and then I'll do it really quickly and then get in my car and be like, oh my God, and have to wipe around the corners. But if you take your time, it should be okay. One thing you can do is sometimes for a photo shoot, I will like overdraw my upper lip because I feel like it's a little thin, but I don't do that on a day-to-day basis. I feel like if you're close to someone, you can usually tell if their lip is overdrawn, right? But you can't tell in photos. Fenty Uncensored, that's another good one. So this is pretty much the face, guys. What do you think? Do I look like Gertie now? Should we primp a little? Do I find that it rubs or creases as the day goes by? No, I find that this one looks amazing all day long, which is another one of the reasons I like it. Looking gorgeous. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so that's pretty much the face. Do you want to talk about some fun things you can do to amp it up a little? Obviously, more blush anytime. I love a rosy cheek. Gertie's back. I'm back, everyone. Yeah, I agree. I feel like I look very different with makeup and without makeup. And I feel like my experience in the world is very different if I'm wearing makeup or not wearing makeup. Without makeup, I feel like totally invisible. And then with makeup, like if I go out with this makeup, it's like doors are opened for you, like people smile at you. It's just so interesting. I feel like the way people respond to you when you're like glammed up a little bit. And I'm actually saying that as kind of like a negative thing. I feel like it's really weird that it's like if I just go out barefaced, it's like people, I don't know, I just feel very invisible to the world. That's a very weird experience to me. But yeah. It's fun. I need a flower. I do need a flower. I don't have one handy. I brought a bunch of flowers home from the studio yesterday. Where's the highlighter? Oh yeah, you can do a little highlighter up here. I have a fun little, you can also try contouring. I have one of these Kevin Aquan little highlight and contour things. You can put a little contour here, dark color there and there to give yourself more cheekbones. And then the highlighter, you can kind of, I'm just going to do it with my finger, like put along the upper edge of the cheekbone. Ooh. Oh, Lisa, did you mean the eyeshadow? Yeah, we can do that. That's fun. And then should we talk about amping up the eyeshadow, the eye look a little bit? Yeah, you can do a little shimmer on the inner corner of the eye. Okay, so just get it on your finger and just do like a little dab. Oh, dab it. Same here. And that kind of can catch the light and look really pretty. You can do a little more highlight up here. And then the other thing you can do is just go darker, more sultry. You can add some more dark up here. Yes. Just really go a little smokier. Yes, I love that. I can't remember what color I used. Whoops. I always do that. I like use a color. I'm like, yes, I love it. And I go, I'm like, which one was it? Yep. So you can do a little bit more. Yes. And you may feel like, oh, I'm going over all my hard work, but actually anything that you put below this is like, it's like mixing a paint palette, right? It all kind of mixes together and creates a lot of depth. Oh, Amy. Yes, Amy's amazing, everyone. Okay, so, and then you can blend again. Fun, yes. You can do a little more of this underneath. Yes, evening. Gertie gals are the greatest. You guys are the greatest. A little more under here. How do we like it? Oh, yes. I'm feeling myself, as they say. Feeling myself. Yeah. Oh. All right. And yeah, you can kind of just keep playing. You can add more. You can primp, you can preen. Oh. All right, guys. Any questions about makeup? All the highlighter is fun. You're loving the tutorial. I'm so glad. Yeah, my pleasure. This was really fun. Yeah, like I said, I've never done anything like this setup, like camera, mirror. It's very interesting. So it looks great. Thank you. Thank you. Feeling great, looking gorgeous, as Thorgy Thor would say. Guys, how did you like Drag Race last night? I know we're probably all upset that Aiden is still in the competition, but why were those other girls bullying her so much? I am not here for all of that Brita bullying. And my favorite queen this season has got to be Heidi, because she is not having it. She's not having the hate on Aiden. And I have to agree with her. I feel like, yeah. Do we think that Aiden's perhaps a little inexperienced and isn't showing everything she could be or should be? On the other hand, do we advocate bullying her because of it? No, we don't. Do I do it differently when wearing glasses? Not really. I think I probably don't do as much eyeshadow when doing glasses because you have a lot going on around your eyes already. So I think I probably don't do a dramatic shadow look like I now have. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about is removing your makeup. So I have never had really good luck with like the wipes and all that stuff. Guys, I'm a secret, it's not gonna be a secret now. I'm secretly addicted to Reddit. I'm a closet Redditor. And I have been reading skincare addiction from like way back. There are some crazy people on that board, but I've learned a lot there too. And one of the things I've really learned is to do an oil cleanse. And this works really well for me. This is called Snow River Wood Oil. You use it on your cutting boards and stuff. All it is, it's a mineral oil, 100% mineral oil that you can get on Amazon. It says, we highly recommend oiling your woodenware frequently. So what you do with this is, at the end of the day, you're going to take your lashes off, take your contacts out first. I forget this sometimes. Take your lashes off first, and then empty some of the oil into your hand, just like a little bit, and then like rub it all over your face, and it's going to just dissolve everything really quickly. Then take a warm, wet washcloth, and I use, again, on Amazon, you can get these like baby, they're called baby washcloths. They're like a rayon from bamboo white washcloths, and just reserve those for washing your face at the end of the day, because they're going to get dirty and dingy over time. So yeah, so little oil in your hand, rub the oil over your face. It's going to like dissolve everything. You're going to look like you're in a terrible massacre, because you're going to have like red lipstick and like gray, and like it's just going to look really crazy. Then you take the wet, warm washcloth and just wipe it all off. So that's like step 1 of cleansing. And then step 2 would be to use like a gentle cleanser. I really like this Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. But you can also just get a gentle cleanser, like CeraVe. I mean, I feel like cleanser is very personal. So, you know, whatever works best for your skin. You can use your hands, or like one of those, how's it pronounced? Cognac? No, not cognac. Doesn't make any sense. Cognac sponges, those little sponge things that you get wet, and then they're like very gentle. I usually do. I feel like I'm going to get criticized for this, but I'll use a wet cognac sponge, empty a little of the soy cleanser on it, and then that will take off everything. So I feel like, yeah, like a 2-step cleansing process is what's really going to get all of your makeup off. Would coconut oil work? Yeah, like pretty much any kind of oil would work, but some oils are more comedogenic. You like that? You like that medical word? That skin hair addiction word, comedogenic, than others. And coconut oil is one of the most comedogenic oils, meaning it will clog your pores if you are prone to that. So we all have different skin types, obviously, and what may clog my pores may be great for you. Mineral oil is recommended because it is not very comedogenic. The other one that people like is hemp oil. I got a big bottle of it, and it smells like a swamp. I cannot use it, guys. If anyone wants a huge bottle of hemp oil, it's available for curbside pickup. I don't like it. So yeah, there are other oils you can use. But yeah, so skincare addiction is great. Learning to deal with, yeah, I also have hormonal acne. And I basically learned how to control it from reading Reddit. And since we're talking about it, I tried a ton of different stuff. I used to break out all the time. The one thing that has worked for me across the board is a medication called spironolactone. Is that lactone? Spironolactone. It's basically, so I would say try, topical things before you try this, because this will mess with your hormones a little bit. It's an androgen blocker. Meaning that it blocks testosterone. So, which can be, if your hormones are a little off, testosterone will make you break out more, especially around your period. So I struggled with this for my entire life. I've tried every cleanser, every acne medication, every moisturizer, everything, guys, seriously. And once I started taking that medication, my skin cleared up completely within a 1 month cycle. So look at me with the science lesson. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. All I'm saying is it worked like a miracle drug for me. I mean, you did see when I started, I had that scar from my last pimple on my chin, but that is the only time I've broken out in the last probably 6 months. So whereas I would have And the great thing about, like I've been tracking sort of with pictures, my skincare regime, I would have like 4 to 6 active pimples at a time every month. And now I get one maybe every 6 months. So I can't tell you like how, just like how not having that layer of self-consciousness has really helped me. So I would say if you can go to a doctor about this, there are also online dermatologists because here in the US, seeing a dermatologist is like, I mean, it's like apparently only for the rich and wealthy, rich and famous. There are online dermatologists that you can consult with via web and pictures, and they will prescribe topical and spironolactone to you. Lactone. Guys, I can't say it, but it's great. You couldn't take it. Yeah, it can dehydrate you. The other thing is it kind of messes with your cycle. So for a while, are we going to get into TMI territory here? For a while, I had my period like every 2 weeks. And I was like, well, it's fine. But now it's been like a year, I think, since I started taking it, and it's like evened out, and now I have a normal cycle again. So that's nice. All right. Any more questions? Comments? This has been really fun, guys. Jojoba is good. Or did we say jojoba? Jojoba. Yeah, there are oil cleansers that you can buy. Or you can just use an oil. I know some people use olive oil, some people use sweet almond oil. There are so many oils to choose from. Yeah, it is good to talk about to remove the stigma. It's true. Shall I preen? I'm feeling fabulous now. Feeling fabulous for a day of staying home and sewing. I'm going to try to stay away from my computer today. And I'm going to work on a muslin of something that I've needed to do for quite a while. So that'll be nice. What are you guys going to do? How long does it usually take to do my makeup when I'm not showing you? It's so fast now. I could do this look in probably 15 minutes. So, but as you see, it took me like an hour to show you guys. So yeah, it can be really fast. The things that take the longest are probably the lashes and the eyebrows. Take a cyber break. I think that's why my arm hurts. Yeah, and then other skincare stuff I would say is Shawnetta just say, yeah, like you don't want to be out in the sun. Luckily, I don't like the outdoors. It's very lucky for me right now. I'm not an outdoors person. So yeah, I try not to spend too much time in the sun using SPF. Oh, look at that highlight. Look at that. Using SPF products every day. Yeah. All right, everyone. If I have a favorite fragrance, I don't wear perfume that much, but my favorite one is Miss Dior. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm back. Miss Dior, Absolutely Blooming. So I like the sort of retro vibes of the Miss Dior brand. Little bow, so cute. Yeah, this one's really nice. I like sweeter fragrances. I'm not, I don't have a sophisticated nose when it comes to perfume. I'm like, does it smell like candy? Great, I'll take it. All right, everyone. Ooh, Linda, you're gonna take pictures of your princess coat in pink. How exciting. Gonna dress up and sit on the couch. Me too. All right, guys. This has been really fun. I hope you enjoyed this. So let's see, updates on things I was talking about yesterday. I have another another possibility for our watch party. Let me know what you think about the ethics of this. All right. So Jacqueline, are you here, Jacqueline? You someone texted me or DM'd me on Instagram and said that Crowdcast might be a good platform for the watch party that I've been talking about. And I looked into it, and actually I can get a discount on Crowdcast through Patreon, so that's great. And it would allow me to watch something and share my screen with you. Okay, so I could be watching any movie that I can access on my screen, share my screen with you, also be on live webcam, and you guys can be live chatting. So basically, like what we're doing now with another square showing you the movie, excuse me, or whatever we're watching. So I guess, yeah, I mean, my only sort of reservation about that is like, am I stealing the movie? Like, is that illegal to just show you guys something in a public way like that without paying for that sort of distribution? I don't want to get arrested. So I don't know, but I think it could be really great. It sounds great. I feel like it's okay as long as the live stream is unlisted on YouTube. Otherwise, you might get banned. All right. It's fine if there's commentary. All right. So it wouldn't even be on YouTube. And it would be on Crowdcast as the platform. So we would have to kind of get used to a new platform for this too. But I feel like you guys can handle it. If I'm not charging people to view it, I'm in the clear. All right. Fun, fun, fun. Michael, you think it's not an issue at this time? Yeah, I feel like people are kind of like maybe a little lax on things. Like, for instance, get this, guys, my driver's license is expiring and I can't get it renewed. So apparently there's going to be like a leniency period where I guess I'm allowed to drive with an expired license. Not that I'm really going anywhere these days, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that like I think we're going to have to figure out, like, how does it work? If we can't comply with various laws, I don't know. It's just really interesting. Interesting times. I'm happy that I can spend it with you guys. This has been really fun. So, shall we come back at 5 p.m. tomorrow, our usual time on YouTube? I think I had some more ideas for things I can show you. I was like pulling stuff out last night, and I was like, I went to the studio last night, and I was like, I can show them this. I can show them this. I can't. Oh, some fabrics that I have at the studio. Maybe we'll do another fabric show and tell tomorrow. All right, everyone. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day or night or whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well, and just hang in there. Touch of sanity. I know, for me too. Me too. All right, guys. It's been great. Oh, I'm going to do the left-handed wave. Goodbye. All right. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow.